Hi guys, Stormtorch1 back again with a Nanoblock Unbuild and Rebuild. This time we are doing Caterpie, one of the original bug Pokemon in Generation 1 of Pokemon. And of course, the very first Pokemon that Ash Ketchum has ever caught in the anime series. And ever since then, it's been one of the most adorable bug Pokemon that I have ever known and loved. Because as it also evolves into a very beautiful Butterfree. But we are going to be rebuilding the Nanoblock set that the Caterpie comes from. Not only does it come with the Caterpie, but it also comes with the traditional Pokeball. Now, if you happen to see my Nanoblock Museum video, where I actually build a Pokeball in the hallway, you can also use this method to build it however you want. But for this video, we're going to be rebuilding both the Pokeball and Caterpie. Now, I'll have some timestamps to help you out with whatever you need help with, either Caterpie or the Pokeball. Anyone, I will have a timestamp for the videos. So, the pieces that you will need. For the Caterpie model, you're going to need a lot of the light greens, and we've also got some yellows as well. We got the yellows here. We've also got light greens from here, here, and here. We've also got some black pieces right here, some 2x1s, and a clear 2x3 right here, where my finger is. And there's the pink for the antenna of the Caterpie. And as you can see here on the left of the screen, right in front of you, is the pieces that you'll need for the Pokeball build. Now, I will be doing this later on in the video, but I will have a timestamp for the Pokeball to help you out with this. If you're alright with the Caterpie, but you need help with the Monster Ball, I will have the link. I will have the timestamp down in the description below, as well as the link to the Nanoblock Museum build. But for now, I'm going to start focusing on the Caterpie model, and I'm going to get all the pieces that I will need for step 1. Okay, this is where the Caterpie model starts, and the pieces that you need for step 1 of the Caterpie build are 5 yellow 2x3s, 2 1x3s. For the light greens, we need 4 2x2s here, and a 2x3 right here. We've also got the clear plastic 2x3. Now, this will be necessary to help stabilize the model when you finish with it, but we're doing this right now so that we can skip the unnecessary turning it upside down, because it could ruin the antenna on Caterpie's head. But I'm going to show you guys the end result of step 1 of the build. So it's an easy step, part 1 of the build. What I did was I started off with a clear 2x3 right here at the front, then 2 yellow 2x3s here right behind it. Now, the next thing that I did was I did a yellow 1x3 right here, followed by a 2x3 right here, on the plastic piece first, so that it's a good solid foundation for when you move backwards towards the model. Then I did a light green 2x2 here, and here, and behind it is another yellow 2x3 right here. Then at the top is another yellow 2x3 here, with a green 2x3 here, and a 2x2, sorry, here and here, with a 2x3 green here, and a yellow 1x3 right there. So that is step 1 of the build done. Now I'm going to gather all the pieces that I will need for step 2 as we carry on to build more of the body of Caterpie. Okay, so the pieces for the second step of Caterpie is 2 green 2x3s here, 3 T's, 2 L's, and a 1x2 right here. Then in yellow we need a 2x3 here, 2 L's, a 1x3, and a little 1x1 by itself. So those are the pieces for the build. I'm now going to get started and add them to the current state of my Caterpie model. Okay, so step 2 is nearly done. I want to show you guys what I've done, and then a little something to help out with your build. First of all is a yellow 2x3 right here at the front over the clear plastic base. And behind it is 2 green 2x3s here and here. And then behind it is a light green T here and another T right here, so that the T can fill up the gap at the back of Caterpie's body. Then here at the top is a yellow 1x3 right here, then an L here and here, followed by a green L here and here, with a green T right there. Now, there's 2 pieces here that aren't attached onto the body yet, which is the green 1x2 and the yellow 1x1. So what you have to do is, with the yellow 1x1, put it underneath the green 1x2. Any side works, it doesn't matter where. And then put the yellow 1x1, 2x1, sorry, on top like that. So you've got yourself a base for the tail. So with that done, I'm now going to gather the pieces that I will need for step 3 of the build. So the pieces that we'll need for step 3 of the Caterpie build are 4 green, light green 2x3s, 7 1x3s. We're actually going to be covering more of the body, and we're also going to finish off the tail in this step. 2 Ls, a 1x2 and a 1x1 right there. Then for the yellows, we've got 2 Ls, a 1x1 and a 1x2. So I'll finish off the tail, and I'll also get to work on more of Caterpie's head. Okay, so step 3 of the Caterpie build is now complete. So what I did was, I started off with the tail here. I did a light green, I did the green 1x3 right here, then a yellow 1x1, green 1x1, then a yellow 1x1 here, followed by a yellow 1x2 here. So that is the tail over and done with. What I did was, first was, for the rest of the build, was a light green 1x3 right here. Now I know what you're thinking. This is a little bit awkward, isn't it? To be honest, yes but no. This isn't a bit awkward. This is actually going to make a little more sense. That's when I explain it. As you can see right here, there is a little gap between this piece and that piece from the previous layer. It's so that the head starts to build up on the main model of the Caterpie. Plus, it's also a good foundation brick for when you build up more of the model. So what I did next up here is another 1x3. Then behind that was a 2x3 green here, and then again here, and on the side here is another green 2x3, followed by another 1x3 right here. Just make sure that you when you put the 1x3 on the model, you do not put it over the green piece from the last layer, otherwise it's going to look off. So always put that 1x3 that I mentioned earlier on the yellow piece, the L that I mentioned from before, so that we got a good solid foundation for the start of the head. And speaking of the head, what I started off next was right here at the back, another 1x3 right here, followed by another 1x3 right here with a 1x2, then 2 more 1x3s here and here, followed by 2 yellow L's here and here, with a green L here and here, with a green 2x3 right there. So that is that step done. So I'm now going to gather the pieces I'll need for step 4, where we're actually building up the eyes, more of the eyes of Caterpie. Okay, so the pieces for step 4 of the build are 3 2x3s in green, a 1x3 here, 2 L's, a 1x2, and 2 1x1s over there. Then we'll need 8 yellow L's right here, quite a lot, but we are building up more of the eyes of Caterpie, so they will be necessary. And 4 1x2 blacks right there. Like I said, we're going to be building up more of the eyes of Caterpie, so this is really important that we get the pieces this step over and done with, so that we can carry on with more of the build. Okay, so another step of the model is now complete. What I did was I started off from where I left off with the last step, with the yellow brick right here, the L. I put on a black 2x1, and then on both sides. Then behind each one is another yellow L, and then yellow L here. Then what I did was I went behind with a green L here, and then I placed a green 2x3 at the back right here, and in the front is another green 2x3. Then on top, I carried on from the last layer with another black 1x2 right here, followed by a yellow L here and a green little 1x1 here on both sides. Then I did a 2x1 green right here, and another 1x3 green right here, followed by 2 more yellow L's here and here, with a 2x3 right here. So that step 4 is now complete. So I'm going to gather the pieces that I will need for step 5, where we're going to build up more of the head, and then also what looks like part of where Caterpie's antenna is supposed to be. Okay, so we've got the pieces now. We need 3 2x3 greens, 4 2x2s, 2 Ls, a 1x3, 2 1x2s, and 2 1x1s. We've also got some yellow Ls again. This is the last of the Ls, so there's no more of those. And we've also got pink 1x2. This is to get where the antenna for Caterpie's head is supposed to be. And we're not going to do the antenna on the next step. We're actually going to do that later. And you're going to wonder why, but I will explain in a minute with the after this step. So let me just take care of step 5 first. Okay, so this step of the build, step 5, is now complete. What I did first of all was use the light green 2x3 right there where my finger is, and then I worked with a 1x1 here and then here. Then I placed the last of my yellow Ls above the black 1x2s, where the gaps were facing inwards towards the model and not away from them. So once that was done, I applied a 1x2 here, and again here. Then at the back is a 2x3 here, then a 2x2 right there. And at the top of the model is the pink 1x2. I'll show you guys why in a moment, why we have to do the pink 1x2 first, and then finish off the head. Otherwise, it will be tricky. It will be a tricky build for you if you do that. Then behind on each side here and here is a green 2x2, followed by an L here and here, with a 2x3 here and a 2x2 there, with a 1x3 right there at the top. So with that now done, I'm going to gather the pieces that we'll need to finish off the head of Caterpie. We're not going to do the antenna yet. That is going to be for step 7. And the pieces for step 6 to finish off Caterpie's head are the 2x3s, we need 3 of those, 2 T's, and a 1x3 right here. So we're just going to finish off the top of Caterpie's head, and then I will show you why, in a minute, why we have to do the antennas last. Okay, so step 7 is now complete. What I did was I started off with a green T right here at the front, then on the side is, both sides, is a 2x3 here, and then again here, followed by another green T right here at the back. Then on the top of the head is a 2x3 here and a 1x3. So it was really important to do the head first rather than the antennas. Otherwise, if you were to put the antennas on first, instead of finishing off the head, you might struggle to place some of the models on top of the bricks on top of the model, and it would make your Caterpie look really bad. So it was really important to do the antennas last, which is going to be the final step for the Caterpie build. What you need is 2 pink Ls, 2 1x2s, and a 1x3. And then what you do is you grab the L, the 1x3, and then each L, you put it on like this. Make sure that they're nice and separate from each other. Then a 1x2 on both ends is here. Like this. And then we put this on top like so. And as you can see, if we did do the antenna first instead of the rest of the head, it would have been a real struggle. So this is the end result of the Caterpie model. I'm now going to get started on the Pokeball. I just need to gather the pieces necessary for the Pokeball build. I wanted to quickly point out something to you guys before I started off with the Pokeball build, that because my sorting tray got a little more emptier, I was able to separate all the pieces, all the colored pieces. So all the white pieces are now right here, all the red pieces are here, and all the blacks are right here. So what you need for step 1 of the monster build, Pokeball build, is a white 2x2 and 4 white Ls. And that's it. And what you have to do, real easy, just pop these 4 down like so, and then the 2x2 right here. And that's that. So now I just need to gather the pieces for step 2 of the build. And for this step, the second step of building the Pokeball, we need 2 2x4s and 4 white owls. It's really easy. I'll show you guys in a minute. Sorry. What the end result should look like. Okay, so step 2 of the Pokeball build is done. What I did was I did a 2x4 here, and then again here on the other side. Then for both of those 2x4s, I grabbed a white L, and then I used the gaps that they had vacant, and filled it with the 2x4 on both sides. So that is the end result of step 2. Now you're thinking, why didn't we do this on step 1? It's because we need to make sure that the 4 L's at the bottom of the model are nice and steady, so that when we carry on with the build, they won't wobble around and make it a bit unsteady. So with that over and done with, it's now time to move on to step 3 of the build, and we're carrying on where we left off with more of the white part of the ball. Okay, and for the next step of the build, we need 2 more 2x4s, and then 6 lots of 2x2s. So we're going to need to take a look at the instructions really carefully, and then carry on with the build. So I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. Okay, so step 3 of the build, you have to be very, very careful about this step. What I did was I put the 2x4 here, right across from on top of the 2x4 from the last step, and then I did the same again on the back. Then what I did on both sides was a 2x2 here, here, and here. And again here and here and here, so that we got a good solid foundation for the bottom side of the Pokeball. So now what I need is the pieces for step 4, where we're going to finish off the bottom side of the Pokeball, but also we're going to work on the main ring around the ball, where it's the locking mechanism of sorts. Okay, so for this next step, step 4, we need 2 white 2x4s, 4 L's, and 2 2x2s. And for the black pieces, these are all 1x2s. You're going to need at least 15 of these pieces to build up the Pokeball. So I'm going to get started with putting the final touches on the bottom side of the ball. Okay, so step 4 is now complete. What I did first of all here at the bottom where the black pieces are at the bottom of the Pokeball, I had to do 2 1x2s here at the back, one here and one here, and then around I did a white L here and here. Then on both sides of the ball is a white 2x4 here and here. Then another white L here and here, followed by a white 2x2. Then speaking of the 2x2, I did do another 2x2 right here. Then this one is really simple. There's nothing but there's 12 black 1x2s all around the Pokeball right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a 13th one right there, so that we got a good solid foundation to finish up the Pokeball at the top. And I'll show you guys what pieces you'll need for step 5 of the build. Okay, so the pieces for step 5 is the last black 1x2 right here, 6 red L's, and 12 2x2 reds. So there's going to be a lot of reds because we're doing the top of the ball right now. So I'm going to get to work on this step and show you guys the end result in a minute. So step 5 of the Pokeball build is now complete. What I did started off was the black 1x2 right here at the front, where the white 2x2 was from the last step. Then I used 2 red L's here and here, where the gaps are being filled up by the black 1x2. Then 2 more red L's here and here, so that they're pointing towards the outside of the Pokeball. Then a red 2x2 behind each one of the L's here and here. Just try to be careful with this, because it will be a little bit unstable. Then 2 more red L's here and here, followed by 2 red 2x2s here and here. And on the top, it's pretty obvious, 8 red 2x2s. So I started off with this one, and then I started to go around the ball to give it that 8-bit spherical look. So we are nearly done with the model. We just have one more step to go. And the final pieces to finish off the Pokeball are 4 red 2x2s and 8 red Ls. And it's going to be so easy and simple that it shouldn't really take me that long. Okay, so we are now done with the Pokeball. What I've done is 2 red 2x2s here at the front. So that it kind of looks like a 2x4. Then I placed 2 red Ls here and here, followed by another 2 Ls here and here, followed by 2 more red Ls right here at the back. Then at the top, where I had to be really delicate when placing these last 4 pieces onto the model, the 4 red Ls here, 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 and here, where the gaps are facing northwest, southwest, northeast, and northwest. Just try to be careful when you're putting them on the ball, otherwise you're going to have to refit the broken pieces back onto the model. And that is it. Those are the Caterpie and the Pokeball models, which I gotta say is not bad. 2 models for the price of 1. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, why not check out my latest video right here. If you haven't got anything to watch on the weekend or one of your days off, why not check out my playlist right here. And if you aren't a subscriber to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified on my latest videos. Hope to see you again soon. Happy gaming. See you around.